Regulation Authority. We will also be looking at a waiver request for the language and life in the UK requirement. So many people are holding indefinite leave for whatever reason. They are unable to pass the life in the UK test and the English test. What are the options that you have? You will also be looking at new procedure when you are making an application for settlement application from outside the United Kingdom. You also be looking at Brexit update and what is happening, what is likely to happen, and also we will look at the by-election in Wales this week and its impact at Westminster. Yes, we will also be looking at whether you can make an application for 250 visa on the basis of being a stepfather, a stepmother to a British child or to a child with limited leave to remain or indefinite leave to remain. Fire Life Radio. Fire Life Radio. Fire Life Radio. Yes, let's give thanks and praises to the Lord Almighty. The Lord is the most powerful. Lord is good. And he's good all the time. We thank you very much for tuning in to the studios of Fire Life Radio and watching us live on Facebook. Today we are bringing you different areas that we should be looking at. What you can do if you are a client to a law firm. Many times I always say this. It's not about just having the authority, and it's not about having the power, because there is always a bit of authority and a bit of a power above your authority and also your power. So there is a power above. Solicitors, as we all know, are regulated by the Solicitors Authority, and therefore solicitors operate, or lawyers operate, under a code of practice. Law Society have issued a new guidelines to members of the public and what you can do, because every single week we come across people that basically, I think, are not playing by the book. They are not playing by the rules, and as a result, people end up complaining. Today I'm just going to go through the new guidance and what you can do if you are not happy with your solicitor or your lawyer. Someone may be listening and say, why are you talking about this? I'm talking about this because if you are honest and you play by the book, you have nothing to fear. And if you do things right, you fear no accusation and no allegations, because the truth is one, and everywhere that you go, the truth will always come out. So I do not fear in talking about this. If I'm working for you and you believe that I have fall foul to this, you can take the necessary action and the appropriate action against me. The truth is the truth, and the word is out there, the information is out there. So even if I don't give it to you, someone will give it to you. So today we're going to be talking about Law Society's guidelines, which I have called Who Can Help If You Have a Problem with Your Lawyer or Your Legal Representative or the law firm. We'll be looking at that. We'll also be looking at waiver. Maybe you are in a situation that you have tried or you have attempted to do the Life in the UK test and the English test. You simply cannot do it. Not because you don't want to do it, but you simply cannot do it. Sometimes because of medical conditions. Everyone is different. People are different. Some people are blessed with, the ability to be able to study and learn. Some people are not. Their hands are not the same. Different people have different gifts. I was speaking to someone and the person told me her problem, and I would say I'm fortunate enough to be able to have a bit of an idea about the problem that the person had, and therefore I was able to advise the person accordingly. So ignorance, sometimes it does not help. So today we'll be looking at the waiver and also request for the language and life in the UK requirement, medical opinion. We'll be looking at that. We will also be looking at UK visa and immigration, the new procedures for settlement applications, what they have introduced. Even now, when you are making an application for settlement, the procedure has changed since 1st of August. We will have a brief look at that. We will look at Brexit, where we are, what to do, and what needs to be done. And we'll also see and look whether if you're a stepfather, a stepmother, either to a British child or non-British child with limited leave to remain, whether you can make a successful application for leave to remain in the UK. Today, I think let's start with this program, or let's start with this tape. Last time we played it, a lot of people love it, and today I'm going to play it again. Hopefully, people will also enjoy this today. Positive, this is for you.
And so fita ne bonukono won na sankeka wa bia kamuja asuna fo mu wo fedodo asuna fo de tiaka free mampo besha mu wo fede kwanton so asuna fo mu akrabo aye mienu ebutie die ni wa na akrabo aye mienu edi asuna fo mu akrabo aba ko ni asuna wo mu akrabo aba ko ni kwa adobi asuna wo no wadansiom the one better than wo huna sunani anu atem wo huna dianani anu ayi ne ho ati asuna fo mo wo fedodo mona nanu afade fo mo ati apolipani abele wodo kuya nanani asuna fo wo fade fo mo ati ananane amu ati apolipani nanani asuna fo asuna nananu ofi ade ya do dankwa asuna nananu ofensonye ofenso wi afi akanta nanani asuna fo we are there campaign of Kuran Passe. And morning, one anani asunafo. Asuna nanani tumanafo. Tumanafo nanani asunafo. Asuna nanani deposo. Kwabi amiyana na muje puneni. Kwabi amiyana nani asunafo. Asuna nanani dosu ya asantua. Ya asantua wanemurafo kuti want you. Asunafo mwana mukura dosu mani. Dosu afrani okese nananimo. Nana frani okese nanani asunafo. Edosu afrani odi tuoni asunafo abon. Asunafo abon no mbremu atisi. Mona nani mkwati ya tuyebi yado. Empraya subi ya pipo jani. Kwa wadi ya mwahina asunani. Asuna nanani kwa mkwati ya. Ediya miyana nani asunafo. Asuna wamprekwa. Mona mkuta bedi ya fedi ya bayani. Moni yesiaka free mampo. Peche mwa fede kwantonso. Asuna fo mu ati kwatisi obi anim. Asuna fo mu wo fedodo. Wo fo na amudi ageneto. Banana na ni se ya sini. Be growing fancy akwa. Be growing watima be nkum. Ewu akotoko na ni asuna fo. Asuna fo abon konso mu obi anyine. Abrewa woni kabi na ne. Asuna pradansi akurofuro mu
That's right. Enti asunafo modie no. matiko etise obi anim asonafo mo na mudi de eto a yede ye fene say fisher yede ayeto wo hu bi da asonafo no omo na omudi enti wotewo na se wudi asonafo atema na wa very careful abusuan bi ani wa omo ekraboa eye emwa mienu asonawo ene kwakwa dobi onware enso de bia nikom eye fita enti nipa so to na pese obobra ma wadwene mu enye fita eno na edo beko baabi asonafo e piao ene ye de esempane premo legal matters nene ensem no eye be sensitive ka krantin pese ye kan ye krom kasem pese ye kan twi na enkrofo etimi ete ene manase adentina pese ye kan twi na enkrofo esi ete ene manase because enema bi ho a yentimi emfa ntudwa se ye se oba besia sese bio okọ adware a na se wo cha mema abomfu na kyese oye ne hoyi saso na ye se bio ye fene sen mayanka anase bebi etwitwa nam se ye twitwa nam na se yamfre aboa peta anase kokosechia na se yamfa amamre kwan so enti ene ye benyanto boase na ye biebiem ni apapa mu ewo ye krom kasem na enkrofo ate de eboboba na ene mempese meka ne bebre mempeka ne kasakoa ene abebuo mu ebube ne atebe omame ne amasewa enti ene obi anyi na sum na ontie ne pa enye nsemina na ye ka ne bedwam ana ye krom kasa ne ye kan so ye nka ne obitimi frɛ no waka asɛm ne tedwasa dabi edu bebia no ka ne mpani nsɛm na ye fɛ ne sɛ ya ka ne nyansampo mu na ye de adwene ayede asane first time meka ho asɛm say me send messages ne by no me share da pa manka ho asɛm na enema bi ebobo ba emu enyunu anase emu enyan kakra enti meshremu pi yenti na sopemu enya dia metimi aka ne straight enti ye ka ne nyansasem anase ye boni nyansampo na wode adwene ayede asane yenuanom a mo ba bia ye fa ne Belgium eno so eye kura ewo Europe ekromu a na say yenya enti ye bi se emi se enhwehwemu bi ekoso ewo sai eman nimu na ohwe de ebobo bana akoye se oman nimu ene ahaman mu aka bomu ama sese omo fefe ni emebim ebia meken ebia sebio oda ekrumu a esa da ho mimse meka sa obeti ase we ye edinsia na mu oda ho esa eda hanom na ebia meken oji ho esa agi ha soso we ye kasakoa enti se sanete dia ene eye afutuo ma mimpese meka too much enye se meka abohu because this week menti ye anase mihu ye kra no enipa be 5 ana afremi a omse omufie ho no no chese enkrata bi edi abro mo no ano odin na enkrata no ni tintim ni tietie mu ane se sebio oti ho eti ha enti no bibia ye frɛ no ni twimu beba ma dwunim na sa akɔ entoho anase ento ye ntoho se wo ye adwuma na aban age kakra de akɔ ono susu dwamu no enti me ye sure se me kire mu sa de obeti ase because oye ho na wo sa ye hanoma na ekire se also ka kire aban se ebia wo ye adwuma no mienu na aban soso etimi age ne de said emra no esika no said Jesus ka kire efene say ayifo no o say so ko Roma the Rome for ye no ye and says the Caesar ye ne de no fama no sa so na de nyame de na wo de ama no ha nti sa entobo ni bi na me ka ho asem no enti no ebia oye ho na asoso oye ha ene ba ne sa na eho no say this week ya frankrofo pi aka kiro mo say omone kromafo akasa amoma hu se sese no woye adwuma ewa ha wosa ye adwuma ewo ho no mo enu nti no ese wutua oniema ese wutua se dia emra no esika no no so no eno nachi no obi ososo a oji kwaku ibi oji kwaku wo ho esa ji kwaku wa ha ne kromu a omato din bi a mempese mebodin a eye brofodin enti mempese mebodin no ama obi aye de ehu aha enti no de meka ne se chese emese de ekoso no enti no we de nye number betufo wankasa etu hofo ekwan bia befa so a wonkoda saa hawo ni mu no wankasa tu hofo na ye bibi about it said ye ya enkofa ede o how ebia enye de emrew enti de metimi aka no se bio yese obenyansanfo yebuni be na mum yenye de yenka na sem saa so na konfo bone a obetena yarefo ho ama konfo papa aba beto no yenye de yenina aboro enti na de metimi aka no gochwa mansa wo sebio otonsu ma ne ho na efo enso de ho sesan de bia no de ewo hoda enti no yemfa entu ye hofo ene ensema a ye de bremo ana ye ba be kukomu a ye ba be ka ho asemi enti yemie yasum na yentie nie na mse ni nyina na eye futisem a ebeboa ye nyina ene de meka ho asem a chese ensema eba yanim de ayana edoso pa. The first meka ho asem is who can help if you have a problem with a solicitor or a law firm. Said ye need to no enipa de ye nipa de there's going to be conflict, there are going to be differences in opinions, and in fact there are going to be issues among people. And he said oko lawyer bia the aim they say you are looking for something. You don't get up and go to a lawyer and say, "Oh, I'm coming to see you because I like you." That is not a fact. The reality they say you go to a lawyer with the view for something, either legal advice or whether for the lawyer to work for you. So people should bear this in mind. If you instruct a lawyer directly or indirectly, the lawyer is your servant. The lawyer is working for you. So therefore, you do not sit there for your servant to be instructing you. People should bear this in mind. The lawyer is working for you, and therefore you can hire or fire the lawyer at any time. That is a fact. This is something that you must know. However, in any human relationship, the key is mutual respect. The fact that the lawyer is working for you does not give you the right to disrespect the lawyer, to defame the lawyer, to make disparaging comments about the lawyer, and vice versa. So it's all down to mutual respect. In an event of retainer, once the lawyer take on your case, as the case is ongoing, sometimes in any relationship, there can be problems. And then when there are problems, what do you do? When there are issues, how do you overcome these issues? And if you want to take your case from the lawyer to another person, what are the procedures? What is it that you can do? Or the lawyer has done a work for you. You are not happy with the lawyer's work, or the lawyer is not communicating with you, or you think the lawyer is giving you rubbish advice. What can you do as a customer, as a client, as a buyer of legal services? Is there something that you can do? I will say yes. But the key is for you to know who you are dealing with. Many a times people come to us and they say, well, I've got this lawyer, this lawyer, this lawyer, that, this lawyer, that. Sometimes, in fact, people come to us. You tell them the truth. They don't like the truth. They want to go somewhere else, and they will go and make disparaging comments about you. In fact, they will go and blast you that you don't even know what you are doing to another lawyer. And if the lawyer is a crook, he's also going to put more fire in it to convince you that he is better than the other lawyer. But don't forget, all lawyers went to the same law school, the same syllables. You see, but the key is this: character, determination, and empathy. carries the day. It's very, very important. Because as you go to see someone, you may be treated as a commodity, but nothing else. So you have to watch out. If you are disparaging someone, making comments about someone, and the person is encouraging you, you need to ask yourself, don't you think the person will be thinking, if you are doing it to A, you do the same thing to B? Whatever goes down must go up. Whatever goes up must come down. So above, so below. That is a principle of life. So the key is this. If a lawyer is working for you and you are not happy with the services of the lawyer, what can you do? I have heard of cases whereby some people or potential clients have told me they've gone to their lawyers to collect their files, but they've told them that they will not give it to them, which sometimes I find it very difficult to believe, because according to our rules, if you are working for someone and the person is not happy with your work, you have no right to keep the person's documentation. If the person wants a copy of his file, you need to give it to the person. Unless, of course, the person is owing you money. So if the person is not owing you money, as a legal representative or as a lawyer, you have no reason to keep the person's documentation. So one have to be very, very careful about this. Because if you refuse to give the client his documents and the client does not owe you any money, if you refuse to give the client a copy of his file or her file and you have no reason to keep it, the client can then report you to either the Legal Services Commission, the Legal Ombudsman, or the Solicitors Regulation Authority. So one have to bear this in mind. I'm not someone that is in a habit of encouraging people to report on their lawyers. So for that reason, I always advise people to try and go and see them so that they can resolve whatever the problem is. So when you come to Justice and Law Solicitors and we ask you to try and resolve it with your lawyer, it's not because of anything, because we believe that resolution sometimes is the best way to solve a problem. Resolution is the best solution. So it's for this reason that we always encourage you to try to go back, reason with them, speak to them, and try to resolve your matters without the need to get any third party involved. Because the reason is this: say as soon as you decide to leave the lawyer, you go to the Solicitors Regulation Authority or you go to the Legal Ombudsman, they're simply going to advise you to go back and resolve it with the lawyer, and therefore it's just going to be a waste of your time. So it's very, very important that you try to resolve issues with the person that you have the issue with. If it doesn't work, then it is that time that maybe you go to another lawyer for the lawyer to write to them and do what and ask for your file. If that fails, the lawyer will have no choice but to report the said person to the appropriate authorities, and that will get that particular person or that law firm into trouble. So it's always important that we follow procedures, because if you don't, then you come back to square one. The Legal Ombudsman can help you if you are not happy with your solicitor or the work of the solicitor or the service, and you feel that there is a need to put things right. And this could be one: communication, not replying to your emails, letters, or telephone calls. And when we say your solicitor, we need to explain this, because this week something happened that made me laugh. Someone came to see me 6 years ago. The person paid a consultation 6 years ago. The route that the person wanted to take, I did advise him. Sorry, it's her. I did advise her. This is not going to help you, and your application is likely to be unsuccessful. The person was not happy. The person went somewhere. The person paid £2,000. What I said is exactly what happened. The person then booked an appointment to come and see me this week. When the person came and we asked for consultation, the person said that, but I've already paid my consultation. That is 6 years ago. So in her mind, which I don't believe what she said. In her mind, she thought that once you pay the consultation, anytime you can come. And I said that if that was the case, you go to Tesco's this week, you do your shopping, you pay for the shopping, you go next week, and you just go and pick because you paid last week. If that was the case, you go to work this week, you get paid this week, doing the same work, you go next week, going to do the same work. Would you expect the employer to pay you? Because he also paid you last week. The person just looked surprised, standing there watching me. And I said the same principles apply. You came here to buy a service called consultation. You were advised. For whatever reason, you decided to go somewhere else because the advice that we've given you is not what you want to hear. When you went, you have thrown away £2,000. You have not got the money back. But yet, the consultation of £80 or £60 that you paid some time ago, about 5 years ago, you feel that you can get that back? Come on, give me a break. What land are you on? So I have to put my point across. So when we say someone is your solicitor, not because you've come to see the person 8 years ago and you pay the consultation and therefore the person is your solicitor. When we say someone is your solicitor, where you have instructed a solicitor to do a piece of work for you, and that piece of work is ongoing, the solicitor has not completed that piece of work, and you are communicating with the solicitor about that piece of work, and the solicitor is not responding to your emails, letters, or telephone calls, in that respect, there is a retainer, and therefore the person is your solicitor. So
lawyer, if the person is not communicating with you with your emails, or the person is not responding to your emails, I'm wondering, do they have a gap as to when they should respond to the email?
I mean, it's reasonable time. The reason why it's reasonable time is that sometimes you can have a client who will send you email every single day, and half of the time it's got nothing to do with what he has instructed you to do.
Okay.
So some people deliberately do that. With the fact that you are their lawyer, even something that's got nothing to do with their case, they will still be a champion lawyers. And basically, I have a lawyer, don't worry, I will ask my lawyer for you. So when you are bombarding lawyers with unnecessary or something that is not connected with that what they are doing for you, it may come to a point that they will simply choose to ignore you.
No, but in the case where it relates to the case, what is the period, the expectation period? Because like you just said, because people need to understand this, what is the expectation period that you can say, oh, the lawyer is avoiding me? Because you need to make a report as to, or make a complaint as to you reporting me. Because see, for instance, if the Law Society guidelines say if the lawyer doesn't respond to you in about 3 months time, 4 months time, 5 months time, or 6 months time, then you can make a complaint or lodge a complaint to the Law Society. But if, let's say, 1 month, 2 months, I'm just wondering, do they have a period as to when the a lawyer should respond to a person if it's related to the case?
There is no period, but it would depend on the agency of the case.
Okay.
So sometimes, someone will drop you an email, and maybe you are expecting to get information from a third party in order to respond to that email. So for me, generally, courtesy is that, thank you for your email. I will come back to you within the next 2 days if it's not emergency. So these are something that is just a simple courtesy, so that the person knows that at least you have received the email and that you are going to do something about it if it is about their case. So Law Society have not set out any time limit.
Okay.
But people will say within a reasonable time.
And
so
there is
for
no
example,
definition for that reasonable time.
So it will depend on the agency or the circumstances of this particular case. So for example, if you send me an email and to say that, oh, my case is going to court in December, I have already written to you telling you what we will need. I've told you that come and see me 2 months in advance to prepare the case. And then you drop me an email. So when should I come and see you? Meanwhile, I've already written letter to you. You have read the letter, and you are still sending email asking me the same question. That aside, and then you have someone who is going to court tomorrow, and I need to see the person and basically prepare the person for the court. So I need to work out which one is more emergency, and therefore I will attend to someone whose needs are more of an urgent nature than someone who is sitting there repeating himself. So sometimes you need to be reasonable with the legal advisor as well, because if you go to the legal ombudsman and just complain that I've written an email to my lawyer yesterday, he hasn't responded, so I'm going to complain. Even the legal ombudsman, when you write to them, they'll respond in about a week time. So therefore it will be unreasonable. You see, for example, you can call the firm, explain. This is the problems that a lot of people have. They will call the firm, the lawyer will not be available, and they will not say what it is. Oh, just tell the lawyer that I called. If you do that, the lawyer will not treat that as an emergency. The lawyer will not treat that as serious. The lawyer will take a note down, but that will be maybe the last call that he will make, because he will look at the messages that people have left and will then act accordingly. So, for example, if someone is detained, you have to realize that is urgent. You need to do something fast on someone who has been detained. I came here last week, I was doing the show, my mind wasn't even here because someone has been detained, and therefore I had to do something to get the person out. You see, so when it comes to emergencies, sometimes when you say your case and you tell your story, the lawyer will then be able to work out as to which one is more of an urgent nature and therefore needs emergency attention. So it's very, very important that when you are communicating with your lawyers, you make it very clear and you tell them, if you have a time frame, that, for example, say your friend is being detained, your friend is going to be removed from the UK within the next 3 days. If you call a lawyer, you need to tell the lawyer that my friend is being detained. They've given him only 3 days for him to do something. I need lawyer's attention urgent. There is no way that the lawyer will listen to this and go back to sleep. The lawyer will be proactive to ensure that something is done within a reason. So it's very, very important that when you are communicating with your lawyers, I think it's important that you also make them know the urgent nature of your telephone call. Many times people will call, oh, the lawyer is busy. Okay, don't worry. Tell lawyer to call me back. They will not tell you the urgent nature of it, and therefore it may not be treated as an emergency. So when we say reasonable period or reasonable time, it would depend on the circumstances of each case and also the circumstances of your request. What is reasonable may not be reasonable to me. But if you basically let me know, the urgent, how important it is to you that it is done within a certain time frame, then you can work together and basically you then be able to come to some sort of resolution.
Okay.
But many times people call law firms and they are not clear of what they are saying, and sometimes the messages make no sense at all because you as the lawyer, you know that you've already provided information to the person. The person will call, instead of being straight, the person will try not to be straight. And sometimes you have people, they think that they are so smarter than the lawyer that they want to use their intelligence to get information for free. Sometimes it's got nothing to do with them, but that they'll be making the phone calls. So the lawyer will be monitoring you. You do it once, you get away with it. You do it twice, you get away with it. Third time, he will just blank you. It's as simple as that. Because if a lawyer works for you and that job comes to an end, you pay the lawyer, you achieve your results, that retention is complete. You cannot just pick a phone at any time at your will and call the lawyer and expect the lawyer to jump. it does not work that way. So people need to bear this in mind. I've had people trying this, and I told them plain, and I know that they were not happy. But the reality, like I will say, nobody will travel from Africa to come to Europe just to look at the snow. That is a fact of life. We all came here for a purpose, for a reason. You go to work, you get paid. If you expect someone to do work for you, you have to pay the person. It's as simple as ABCD. So it's very, very important, because sometimes people think that you have worked for them, and therefore if they have other people having problems, they think that they can use that relationship to get information and pass it on to others, because so that those people will see them as good people. They have used their influence and their contact to get information for them for free. It doesn't help anyone, because the same people will go and make mistakes, and then when you are stressed, that is the point that you'll be calling the lawyer to come and help you again. So it's very, very important that communication with lawyers, when you are leaving messages, leave a clear message. If you have a time scale that you are working with, just leave a message and tell the person, the receptionist. You see, this is the best way to deal with this. You call the law firm, you say you want to speak to the lawyer. If the lawyer is engaged, don't expect the lawyer to stop what he's doing and come and answer the telephone call. It does not work that way, because someone is sitting in front of the lawyer. The person has paid money for his time, and no one is going to waste his time for another person, because people travel from all the way across the UK. They come and sit before you. They have bought a coach ticket. So if they have to leave London by 3 by coach, and you are using half of their time, 30 minutes of their time, talking to other people on the phone, how do you think they are going to feel? So it's very, very important that when we think about ourselves, we also think about others as well, because it helps you and your legal representatives to work effectively. Because you go to legal representative to seek help, but not to fight them. And therefore, if you are able to do these things, it does help you and your legal representatives, to do things the best way. If you are leaving messages, make it very clear that you need to do A, B, C, D, E. You'll be grateful if the lawyer can call you back within the next, say, 4 hours, because after that, there will be no need again. So, for example, I need the lawyer's attention, something that I have to do by close of business today. I need that information in order to do it right. If I'm leaving a message, I will simply mention my name, I will leave my telephone number, and why I'm calling. Oh, I'm filling the passport application forms. I've got to page 2. They are asking for the date that my parents married. However, when I was being born, they were not married. I'm not sure what to put there. I'll be very grateful. I need to post it today because I'm traveling next week. Passport office have assured me that if I'm able to send it today by close of business, they will then be able to process my passport to enable me to travel to Ayanapa next week. Is it possible if the lawyer can call me back, say by 3 o'clock? If you leave this message and the receptionist pass it on to the lawyer knows that you have a time limit to post it. So no doubt, any minute that the lawyer gets, he's going to call you back and give you the information. And therefore, it will help you. It will also help the lawyer and also the law firm, and it will cut down complaints. So please, let's try and do this and see how best it will work for us. Number 2, money charging you or charging you an amount you are not happy with. Sometimes the law firms, it's very difficult to tell a client how much the cost is going to be. Many a times you'll be surprised. People will come to you and they will tell you their story. They will never tell you the full story. As soon as you take on the case, the next day something else. The next day something else. The next day something else. So one case, instead of dealing with one organization, in fact, you could end up dealing with about 5 different organizations. And time is money. Because if one letter, I'm charging you on the basis that I'm dealing with one organization, I can only charge, or I can only let you know my fees on the basis of dealing with one organization. As the time progresses, or as the case progresses, you are introducing more organizations and therefore more work. And therefore, you cannot expect the lawyer to charge you the same fee. That is a fact. Some people will not be happy with it, the unreasonable ones. Because to them, you have already charged me a price. Why are you charging more? But the person will fail to recognize that he's also added more work to what you originally agreed. And therefore, it's very, very important. However, if the legal advisor is trying to overcharge you, you think that the person is trying to take advantage of you, then of course there's a cause for concern. And therefore you can raise that with the law firm, and if possible you can complain to the Law Society or the Solicitors Regulation Authority or the Legal Ombudsman. Work and the advice. Solicitors losing your documents or giving you unclear advice. This is crucial. If your lawyer cannot give you clear advice where you stand, of course, it's a cause for concern and also a remedy that you can complain about. How does this happen? For example, let's say you come to me, Justice and Law Solicitors, and you present your case, and I am giving you all this assurance. I've done this before, I can do this for you, this is not a problem, and just one-sided by not being honest with you. I take on the case, and everything that I promise is going the other way around. So if I give you wrong advice, you can sue me for negligence. So legal advisors, bear this in mind. Sometimes people promise people too much, but yet they deliver nothing. This week, in fact, I have had 3 people coming to the law firm, and it's like confession time. Lawyer, we came to you, you told us this will not work. The funny thing is, when it's a woman, oh, but my husband forced me to go somewhere else. And everything that you said is exactly what has happened. Now I am back to square one. Home Office are asking me to come and report. What do I do? Go back to the person who did the application. He will be the best person to advise you. Sometimes the other way around. Oh, my wife forced me to go somewhere else, and this is what has happened. This is an excuse that Adam and Eve started using, and we are still using it in the 21st century. So for me, once you make that move and you go wrong, unfortunately, there's always a price to pay. So we have to be very, very careful. Sometimes it's not about what we want to hear. You have to realize that if someone is telling you the truth, the person loves you. The person doesn't want you to waste your money. The person doesn't want to chop your money. That's the reason why he's telling you the truth. Only yesterday, I had someone on the phone going crazy. Why? The person wanted an appointment. And we don't have appointment for yesterday. The whole of next week is fully booked. The next appointment is the following week. The person will not take no for an answer. And therefore, the person started being abusive towards my staff members, which I was not happy with at all. Because at the end of the day, you came, we told you the truth, you decided it was a conscious decision not to listen, go somewhere else. Now you find yourself in deep trouble. You try to bring your frustration on us. Why don't you take your frustration to the person who actually put you in that situation? You see, this is some of the things that I don't understand, I don't get. And for me, if you ring and I pick and you come up with that attitude, I'm not going to let it go. I will fire back. That does not mean that you don't respect, but you need to stand your corner. Because at the end of the day, it was a conscious decision that individuals make. So for me, when you go and you seek advice and you are told the truth, please do listen. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a mess. This stress situation will come up. And what are you going to do? At that point, you may decide to report the legal advisor to the Solicitors Regulation Authority. If, 1, the person overcharged you. 2, if the person was not doing a job properly or give you wrong advice. But the mess that you are in, you're already in. How is that going to basically undo the mess?
Absolutely.
So you have to do the best that you can to avoid the situation from the first place. You know, and also behavior, not explaining issues properly so that you understand. It's very, very important that when you go and see your lawyers, the key is this: make sure that you understand the advice given. If you don't, ask. Make sure that you do understand before you leave the lawyer's office. Because you don't allow the lawyer to speak for 1 hour and you say you understand everything, and then as soon as you get home, you start making phone calls. Time is precious. When you come to see your lawyers about consultations, the consultation is the time and the advice that the lawyer gives you during the course of the consultation. Once you leave and you are not a client, you have not been retained, the lawyer is under no obligation to continue to be giving you more advice on the phone. We really need to bear this in mind. Because once you pay your consultation, the consultation time is your time. Any question that you wish to ask, you can ask. But once you leave that office after the consultation, you cannot go and ring the legal ombudsman to make a complaint because you paid your consultation fee and the lawyer is not responding to you. We have to bear that in mind. However, once the lawyer accepts instructions from you and you become a client, a retainer, the lawyer has written an agreement to you that this is the basis that you have instructed me to act, then the situation changes. So we need to bear this in mind. So if you're not happy with your lawyer, you go to the legal ombudsman or the Solicitors Regulation Authority with a complaint. They will then investigate the complaint, and if there is a remedy, of course, they can then suggest a remedy to you.
Can I ask, do you mean you can make a complaint about the law firm or the lawyer?
It's two things, either the law firm or the lawyer.
Okay.
This is how it is. So you are speaking to the lawyer, and the lawyer use profanity to you. If that is the case, it's going to be between you and the lawyer, and therefore the lawyer is likely to defend himself. And therefore, in this case, you have to make the complaint to the law firm. This is what I will suggest. When you make a complaint to the law firm, and it is not a sole practice, they will pass the case to another lawyer to investigate. And many a times, it will be someone that is in a position of authority within the firm to deal with it. And they will then write to you and tell you about their internal procedures. They will give you the chance to put your complaint, and then they will then do what? They will then let you know the outcome of that investigation. If you are not happy with it, they will give you information of how to report the incident to the legal ombudsman. And then you can then follow that procedure until such time that you are satisfied. As I speak to you, I am proud to say that since we started Justice and Law Solicitors 9 years ago, there have been 2 complaints, only 2 complaints against us. And it was funny because those complaints were hopeless. One of them, in fact, the person did not even know the name of the law firm. All of a sudden, I got a letter from the legal ombudsman that Madam A, B, C, whatever, all sorts of allegations. And when I look at my database, this person doesn't even exist. We don't know this person. This person has never visited Justice and Law Solicitors. We did not know this client. Wrong identity. There is another law firm. The name is very, very close to Justice and Law Solicitors. But since the name is not the same, I could not report the firm to the Law Society to force them to change their name. And therefore, I just have to be quiet and then go back to Law Society and explain that this person is making allegation against Justice and Law Solicitors, which is based in London. We don't know this person. And the person's address is in Birmingham. And therefore, the chances of someone from Birmingham coming to London to instruct Justice and Law is very unlikely. So please investigate this further. in the end, they wrote an apology letter. Because the law firm is based in Birmingham and it's got a very similar name like Justice and Law Solicitors. Because of legal reasons, I cannot mention the name of the firm. But it's very, very similar to Justice and Law Solicitors. And in fact, I did a bit of investigation, and when I saw their email address, it's got Justice and Law Solicitors in there. So I could understand why the person got confused. You see, so in the end, they saw that it's got nothing to do with Justice and Law Solicitors. And the case was what? Was put aside. Whatever happened, I do not know. Because later on, they were able to identify the name of that particular law firm. It was even strange. The person's MP even wrote to me. And through the Spirit of the Most High, if you are protected by the Spirit of His Majesty, no accusation was taken. We wrote to the MP just one simple letter. That was the end of it. The MP never came back. The second one was even more strange. Where, as usual, in a relationship, things go wrong and the visa got cancelled. And the person said, well, I don't think my partner is intelligent enough to cancel my visa. And since you know her, maybe you are behind it. That is the joke. Straight away, legal ombudsman. Another letter came. Legal ombudsman, Lawyer Darko, I know nothing about this. So please don't get me involved. If he believes that I have any knowledge or I know about it, he should bring the evidence. That was the end of this case. So I always say this: if you play by the rules, you have your peace of mind. And I will say this to the testimony of the Lord Almighty. Only yesterday, someone came to see me. It's something that she said that made me laugh. And I believe that if you do the right things, don't change your ways, keep doing it. She came to me, said, my brother is your client. I don't want to mention his name. And I said, okay, fair enough. He has said a lot of good stuff about you. Even his wife wanted you to cancel his visa, but you said that you will not do it. And later on, now my brother is now your client. The fact that you told the wife that you will not do it, that alone has rekindled their relationship. You see how the word works? When you are doing things, do right things, things that will help people, rather than things that will damage people, because there's always going to be something in there for you. If the person came, I've gone ahead and I've just damaged the person's papers, where would the person be now? That this testimony would not have come. So Justice and Law, I try my best to do the best that I can so that we can educate the masses and also help people. That is the reason why I went into law. If it was about damaging people, I don't think I'll be in the law profession. There were other things that I could have done to damage people. So Justice and Law, you come to see us, we do the best that we can to make sure that you achieve your objectives and your aims. And we do the best that we can because we believe that through operation of the law, we can help you to achieve justice. Absolutely. That is the reason why we set up Justice and Law Solicitors. The second segment, I'm going to be talking about waiver request for the knowledge of the language and life in the UK requirement. There was a case, or there is a case, that we have battled the Home Office for nearly 2 years. But one thing that I will also say to people is this: if you instruct a lawyer, if you have faith in the lawyer, keep that faith in the lawyer. The very moment that you lose faith, take your case and go somewhere you are better off. Because said in penny for kan, you know, the okonsu ana ebo ehina. Na anoma wo hoi yesi ne kora ene nano. And it's very important. If you are dealing with a lawyer, and the moment that you have doubt about the lawyer, take your case and go somewhere. Because once you begin to doubt your lawyer, believe me, whatever you are doing, you will not succeed.
But I think, lawyer, it's not only about even a lawyer itself. It's life in general. It's life in general. When you don't believe in something,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because
just
it's pointless.
away. Because you won't succeed. Me, if you come and I give you medicine, you don't believe it's gonna work, please don't take it. That's my principle. Don't take it. It will never work.
So it's very, very important that you have faith, have belief, work with the lawyer, and you achieve what you set out to achieve. And I'm proud to say that after 2 years of fighting the Home Office in relation to this waiver scheme, in terms of the life in the UK, and also life in the UK, and also the English test. Genuinely, some people do not have the ability to do the test. It is not that they don't want to do the test. They may have certain disability that prevent them, that stops them being able to study and to do this test. If you fall within this category, the Life in the UK guidelines, the Home Office guidelines, tell us that you can do what? That you can be exempted from taking the Life in the UK test and the English test. It tells us that you can do that. You'll be exempted. So how do you get the exemption? Sometimes you can do it through private, or for me, the best way to do this is through your GPs. I mention GPs because they know you for some time, and therefore when they write this report for you, it's more credible than maybe a private companies. So what do you do and how do you go about this? If you know that you qualify for British citizenship, for one reason or the other, you are unable to write the Life in the UK test and the citizenship test, I think the first thing that you ought to do is to go and see your general practitioner. Discuss your problems, your background, your educational background, your upbringing, your childhood to your GP. Let your GP know the struggles that you are going through and the difficulties that you are having in doing what? In doing this examination. Speak to your lawyers. Get your lawyer to write to your GP and ask your GP for medical diagnosis and also the reasons why you cannot do the test. Home Office have come up with a questionnaire in which, in fact, you can pass it to your GP for your GP to do what? To respond to. And then based on that, you can then do an application to the Home Office for an exemption to the Life and the English test. The questions that are posed are as follows. The Home Office want to know the nature of your condition. The nature of your condition. 2. How does the condition impact on your daily life? How does the condition impact on your daily life? Thirdly, how would this condition prevent you from learning English or from taking the Life in the UK test? 4. How would the condition prevent you from studying the Life in the UK test? 5. How would this condition prevent you from sitting the life in the UK test and the English test. 5, and in the medical opinion, what they think, whether you'll be able to sit the test or not. And they want to know the capacity of the medical professional and how long that the medical professional has worked with you and how long they've known you. And the medical professional have to do what? Put down their registration number and their profession and their address. It's very, very important. As we all know, GPs are not there to write letters. GPs are there to give you medical attention and to write prescriptions. So in order for any GP to take his time to do this, it's important that you have a very good relationship with your GP. In life, you build bridges. You don't burn bridges. When you deal with people, make sure that you build bridges. You are on good terms with these people because you never know when you need their help. We should bear this in mind. It is not only about your GP. Anyone that you deal with, it's important that you treat the person as a human being and as equal. Because if you don't, one day, someone that you see laying on the floor today, tomorrow, the table may turn. You may need a person's help. So it's very, very important that when we go to see our GPs, we make sure that our GPs know us. Because some people, they go to see their GP, they don't say anything, and they are out within a split second. So their GPs don't know them. They don't have any interpersonal relationship with the GP. It's very, very important that if you want to go down this route, your GP knows you. Your GP knows about you. And therefore, if the lawyer writes to the GP for this information, since the GP knows you, it will make it a bit easy and simple for the GP to be able to give you the report. If the GP doesn't know you, how do you expect the GP to do what? To be able to give that report about you. So we have to be very, smart about this. Because if your GP knows you, I believe that the GP will be able to give you that report in which you can use to do what? To support your application for naturalizations. If you believe for one reason or the other, you are unable to do what? To sit the exams. The third point that I will talk about is the new procedure for settlement applications. New procedure for settlement applications. We will take about 2 minutes break, and when we come back, we will then continue with the program. I've got a lot of messages. People are very, very, very keen about this Ebusia and Nton stuff. So I'm just going to play one, and then when we come back, we will continue the program.
Ebusiani Nton.
Lananom.
Lanwatio.
Eyemi amebo mrani.
Akwe.
Ye frame me ba fo ampenda fi. Fiade da be yini nua na ekasai. Nton bia mrani na me trase egusi di si. Sinanan ma de so emontie. Ni nua no ma ba wa ne mrantie. Titro ma yesia ma university fo. Montie na mo fanto mutrim. Nton wa waka mem. Eye nkron. Wo mo sabrane na meboyi. Nton we de kan ya biana. Na nan me biana trabrade. Nyankom pasatri. Ebiana mo na mo di jabaye. Ebiana yen slamu akiye ni di. Mo na na me kumawu. Shirebu akodiana na nemu. Na na sewa ponsana na nemu. Very much na disati na nemu. Ebiana mo firi James dada. Mo na na ne bodumase attack ne boa. Bodumase genti. Won na ni owo kodie na pakan. Ebiana yen slamu akiye ni di. Ebia na nana ni tikurum. Mo nana ni asanti atima gogo. Bompata efa pente. Omiliki sia yansi miano. Eni efren wa samampo. Abrewa musuni na tula ne ko omurem. Wa mo kwa ye no wadoma nkoma bojafuruma. Krama dla no chi ejana no. Ejana sese krama no. Krama no ba ba bia ni wura ne wo. Ni wura ne wo krama no wasmatua wa bere made. Eni adia na tula brade. Wo boda wuro mabusu bia betu jani bi. Ebia na fo mo free game dada. Wo mreki sia mo debunani. Mo nana ni tikuro mo tiabere. Kwa so fo so ajeman. Apromasi do funu buampo. Amiya wo fra promasi na nani ebia na fo. Ebia na nani tepa. Tepa na na bi fa chire wampem nana. Ebia na nana ni akwamu anwanyene so. Kwa afu akoto na nani mo. Obonya akwadi asare. Wana di ni fredi abekwan. Kwa wini fan wobo. Wadami esiasa wo free bepom. Bomi mlekuna nani ebianafo. Ebiana na nani kwa Afrika. Afrika na nani ebianafo. Odi amuno ni ebiane. Okrama ye jasina num. Mona mu akrabu ani kraman. Na nani ebianafo. Mona nani asaman kase. Atim kade fosi ebianma. Bomane wamsie. Tomate mabeduna nani ebianafo. Na nani ebiana trabrade. Yankompasati. Ebianafo e. Mo frasminya sante mansu atiawo.
Yada wasipi. Amani amamre yento ntwene sana etie. Okay, let's move on to UK visa and immigration new procedures. From 1st of August, which is about 3 days ago or 2 days ago, Home Office have introduced a new system in terms of settlement applications with immediate effect since 1st of August 2019. What the Home Office have done is this. The Home Office have started a new procedure. Anyone making an application for settlement from outside the United Kingdom, that person can no longer send their sponsors documents to Sheffield. If you send it to Sheffield, they will simply reject it and the sponsors document will not be taken into an account. So what they have done is as follows. During the application process, they will also allow you to make a payment so that you can then do what? You can then forward the sponsor's document to a scanning center for them to do what? Scan the documents and return the originals back to you. Alternative is that during the application process, you will choose to pay at the visa application center so that when the applicant submit his or her application, they can then do what? Scan it at the visa application center. The last option is that you, the applicant, you'll be able to do what? To submit the documents yourself by scanning them and forwarding it to the Home Office. There is an application called eSolo, eSolo like Solomon, in which you need to upload that software either to your PC or to your smartphone, and then you can then go to the website and do what? And download the documents in good time so that all the documents that you want to rely on can then be taken into consideration during the decision making process. So we need to bear this in mind. So if you're going to make an application now and you just send it to Sheffield, they will simply ignore you, and if you are not lucky, the application or the documents will then be ignored. So we need to be aware of this. The next one, we're going to be talking about Brexit update and settlement scheme and avoiding the pitfalls. What I would say is this: as we all know, the settlement scheme is up and running. We keep advising people for the past 4 or 5 weeks in this radio station that they have to do whatever they can to apply for the settlement scheme. Whilst at the moment it is not forced to apply for it, I keep saying it's sensible and advisable to apply for it if you don't want to become a victim, if you don't want to become a Windrush number 2. Even if you have been granted leave to remain, i.e. under European law, 5 years visa, residency card, or permanent residency card, because of your association with an European national. If the visa was obtained 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, as long as it was obtained through your connection with an European national, then it is also important that you apply for the settlement scheme, because the settlement scheme means that anyone with a visa which was obtained through European regulations, you are encouraged to apply for this visa. The reason being that a time will come that visa will no longer be valid, that residency card or permanent residency card, it will no longer be valid in the UK. And if you do not have this new settlement scheme visas or pre-settlement scheme visas, you could, or you're gonna end up finding yourself in a very difficult situation. So it's always advisable, and I will encourage you to apply for one. You simply never know. Who knows tomorrow? Nobody knows tomorrow. So you are encouraged to apply for this type of visa. It will give you protection. The reason being that you simply never know. You simply never know what is around the corner. As we all know, this morning I was listening to the news, and one of the ministers said that the council is going to be giving money to prepare themselves from 1st of November, as they strongly believe that we are going to leave the European Union with no deal. Nobody knows what is going to happen. If we leave the European Union with no deal, that means the right of EEC nationals and their family members is not guaranteed. And therefore, in order to bring certainty to your rights, it's advisable to apply for the settlement scheme visa or the pre-settlement scheme visa, because these settlement scheme visas and pre-settlement scheme visas is granted under the immigration rules and the UK law. And therefore, once you have the settlement scheme visa, whether we are in, we are out, you are protected. If we are in, you are protected under both European law and under British immigration law. If you are out without a deal, you are still protected under British immigration law. So it is for this reason that it is advisable to do what? To apply for this settlement and the pre-settlement scheme. That is the advice that I will give. So by all means, apply for it. If you are looking for someone to help you to apply for it, there is only one place to be, and that is Justice and Law solicitors. No doubt about that. So get in touch with us and we'll be able to help you to apply. If your child just joined you, if you have a child who is being granted 5 years and you are a holder of indefinite or permanent residency card and you need help, you want a law firm that can actually apply and get permanent settlements or settlement scheme for your son who has not even completed 5 years in the UK, come to Justice and Law Solicitors. I don't want to say too much, but we have our ways and means to be able to get it for you and also for your child. So by all means, get in touch with us and we will do you justice. Thank you for that. Someone came to see me only last Thursday. Said, lawyer, how is this possible? My son has just been here for 1 year. You are telling me that you can get settlement which is equivalent to permanent residency for my son. How is that possible? The question that I ask him, how long have you known me? I've known you for 6 years. When the going got tough for you, who was there for you? You were there for me. So why are you doubting me now? I said, I'm not doubting you, but I'm finding it strange.
Doubting Thomas.
And I said, you know what? Do not worry. As I speak to you now, the person came to see me Thursday. Friday, the son has been granted permanent scheme visa. The person has got settlement scheme visa within 24 hours. This is not by magic, but through the Spirit of the Most High. Jah alone is Christian. See, that's how it is. When you are doing something with passion, when you learn and you know how to do things, you achieve results in an extraordinary ways. So if you have a son, a child, a daughter, the daughter just joined you, you yourself, you qualify for the settlement scheme, you want someone to lead you, and also perhaps potentially to get settlement scheme for your child as well, instead of 5 years, and you want settlement scheme which is indefinite, call Justice and Law Solicitors. Don't ask questions, just book appointment. Come and see us deliver. But if you call and you're trying to be too smart and you start asking questions about how did you do it, we will simply put down the phone and help people who need our help. It's as simple as that. Because about time that we talk tough. Because sometimes you get people who are not prepared to come to you and pay money to you, but they want to complain about you. And it can be very, very frustrating. Because at the end of the day, people who come to us are the people who want us to help them. If you don't want to come to us, you don't want us to help you, so don't call us. You know, it's as simple as that. But people who want us to help them, by all means, feel free, get in touch, come to us, we will help you. But if you don't want to help, if you don't want us to help you, please don't call us and take someone's time. Because some people are serious who need help. By you coming on the phone, you are wasting my time and wasting their opportunities. So we beg you, if you are not serious, don't ring us. Allow the serious people to ring us so that they can get the help that they need. That's all that we ask. I'm not saying this as a result of arrogance, but I'm saying that as a matter of fact, so that there are some people, they will ring you and disturb you and disturb you and disturb you, but yet they have no aim to come to you. And these are the people who complain and make disparaging comments about people. That should stop. If not, the consuming fire may burn you. That's why this place is called Fire Life Radio. So this is how it is. Now let's go to the main the last bit that we will talk about today, and then we can then activate the telephone lines. This is going to take us about 15-20 minutes. So let me just take this song so that I can get some water to drink before we continue.
You wakati nana ibe da unyewe ye nipa da unyewe ye we Jesus agba osande ni muna mpati ni wo nipa we Jesus agba osande ni muna mpati ni wo ti bawa kumama Jesus na ibe unide aya no parfo nipa na ibe unide erase aya no parfo otafu abusam free mude ma majeje osande ma fati sasa bomudo otama majeje osande ma fati sasa bomudo.
Yes, let's move on to the last segment of the program. A lot of people are making these inquiries, so I felt that there was a need to talk about this area as well. People ask if my son is got 2.5 years, can I rely on my son's visa to secure myself? We will talk about that. As we all know, if you have a British child, it's fairly straightforward, where you be able to rely on your child if your child is British citizen to get your status. Then the next question is, what if I have a stepchild who is British? What if my own child is got 2.5 years? As a father, as a mother, will I be able to rely on my child who is got 250 visa in order for me to be able to get my status in the UK? I can see something blowing through the ear. From 7th of August this month, I think, to the 14th, there's going to be a lot. So people have to be very, very careful and watch out. Especially those who have been given shoes to walk in every week or every 2 weeks or every month. I believe people understand this. You've been given a shoe to walk in maybe once a week, maybe twice every 2 weeks, maybe a month. The next 14 days is going to be a very, very crucial 14 days. That's what I'm going to say about that. So this is where you need to be able to break things down, make analysis, and think deep. Because you think deep, you get a meaning. So that's what I would say about that. The next 14 days, watch out. Now, someone may perhaps have a stepchild who is British. The question is, can you rely on your stepchild for your status in the UK? The answer is simply yes. Yes, you can. If you have a child, the child is a holder of 2.5 years visa, will you be able to rely on that child to regularize your stay? My answer is yes, you can. If you are a stepfather, a stepmother of a child with 2.5 years visa, will you be able to rely on that person for your stay? The answer is yes, you can. But one thing that we have to realize is this. When it comes to human rights applications, they are complex in nature. So Home Office will tell you, many times they will write a letter to you to tell you that don't expect us to make a decision within 6 months, because it's complex in nature. And due to the complexity of human environment and human life and social life, sometimes Home Office need time to look at each particular case, look at Section 55 requirements, and see what can be done. So it is very, very important that when you are making such applications, you also do what? You also make sure that you put in all the right ingredients so that the application is not refused. Some people may do it, the application will not be successful. Others will do it, the application will succeed. Many times people say, why is it that my application has been successful, but the other person's application has not been successful? Half of it depends on how you argue your case. Half of it also depends on the evidence that you are able to use to support your case. If the evidence is not convincing and it's not good, of course, it's not going to help you. If the evidence doesn't say what it's supposed to say, then also you're going to have problems. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important that before you make such an application, you go and you go and basically go to good legal advisor. I'm not saying that everything you have to come to justice and law solicitors. Sometimes, if you go to the wrong place, you are going to get a bad deal. If you go to the right places, you are able to do what? To get what you are looking for. So we need to bear this in mind. We have different types of lawyers. We have different lawyers. It's up to you to find the right one to go to. I'm not saying that only justice and law is the perfect one. Of course, we are not perfect. But what I say to you is this. Go to somewhere, places that is tested, that is trial. Because you go to wrong places, you're going to depart with your money. Our machine is playing up a bit. The channel is playing up a bit. So if you are finding it very difficult in hearing us, bear with us. Because sometimes, even mobile phone can cause all this interruption and it start making noise. So we are doing the best that we can to put it right. So all I would say is this. Yes, you have opportunity. Yes, it's possible. All that I would say is this. Come to us and we will sit down with you. Analyze your circumstances and your situation. And we might be able to help you. By sitting at home, it's not a solution. It's not going to help you. So by all means, if you have a stepchild, you are in a relationship, your child is British, by all means get in touch with us and we will do you justice through the operation of the law. So we will bring the program to an end now and we are going to activate the telephone lines. And if you have any question, by all means, you can also do what? You can call in and we can then answer your questions for you. So by all means, when the time is up, when the phone lines are activated, do the best that you can. Call in and we will do what? We will answer your questions for you. Okay. The telephone lines that we are going to be using is 0203 002 8482. That's the number that we are going to be using. So by all means, if you have any question about UK immigration law, you should be able to call us on that number and we will deal with your questions for you. So by all means, if you have any question about today's program, you can also call in once the lines are activated and we will answer your questions for you. A lot of people have talked about amnesty. Amnesty is something that I have advised. Do not count on it because I don't see that happening. In this country, both parties have said it so many times. However, our Prime Minister, when he was not a Prime Minister, did said that they should consider granting amnesty to those people living here without a stay. A lot of people took that to mean that there's going to be an amnesty. In fact, when he became Prime Minister and they asked him, what he said was that the parliament will think about it. Greetings to you, Nana Theresa. Baby, I will be also ye chiachel. Entino sana eti man fayeni enko to bibia insiso. Enti mo ye homoding si bibi wa bitimi aya to anamon eneni echne ya. Ne ye de ese wo ye ne de asundue e de ebebrel. Se otwana so otwen amnesty, it might never come. That will perhaps get you into trouble. So my advice is that try the best that you can, do what you need to do, and basically achieve what you want to achieve. That is what I can say for today. And you know, say oye European, oye family member of European national. They are now European visa, i.e. family member of an EU national, permanent residency, residency card. If it was issued even 15 years ago, minia bohon modern ne eco register nenya settlement scheme visa nibi, because a time will come is going to be very difficult. So kita old one na odi ko be so de ko pejuma mpo a anhwa yenye enti be srepi obianko ye bi enenge kine ya mentena ho ema no emeye asem emedane wo so ense na waka se mihu yanka enti ye be srepi yesi se enkraman ewo fia yemfa mponche eni enwan enko ahwe enti no ebe kan pi ebe koso aka said ya yenuanom ebeko asum ama omosotimi ayede ede asumdwe bebre wo mo how ne ba afina ne ba betete lawyer fo enti ebe sire pi sese ya enye tu agent no ye ne sisi ya ne nkofa asumdwe mrew we say o tena wo tena wa waste time one hwe yi by 31st of October said the 31st of October said o musiki hakike nsi you could free mo that deal at the kiosk ana beba country animal enti yen se enema nso na yen fa yi entu yi se dia enkofa ehaw emre obia
yes
se o hwesusu na wa catch wa downfo na wa like Fire Life Radio page you know na chese tembia no notification bia buy na chese dia bro straight away. Thank you very much DJ Mahama Bakupe. Nana Abrewana na ye chiacha baby a wo bia. Also good morning, good afternoon to you. Ghana now and so udi atoha ama obieti. Sasna nana tontin hi baby a wo bia ye chiacha ene ewie na anopei. Yet here for you church and then say a be a matrofo not to so a question be a subit me a friend no busa. Number Didi Jumana a 0203002882. Say opese free America Donald Trump land and the number is +1 31223895110. Sanam basis with the same thing over Canada, so I will bet me a fair baby. I will be a Canada, Toronto. The church of Toronto for Inara. The number is 1 +1 +1 31223895110. That is United States of America and Canada for number. Canada boy, your church of baby. I will be a. South say UK and in Northern Ireland that your number Didi Jumana 0203002882. Country code is +44. Yes, your 5 minutes pepe na Pastor Bia so de Yankopon assemne breya so be so Friday this is the time to call because time ne enya be pe na obe frefra na ayana is eating into someone's time. Ayana obise me twam obi a France. And penny for say obru nsuo ntem an wani yakokọ ntem wate. And for say early bird catches the worm. Sasu because procrastination is the thief of time. Enti obefredi anache so friend tem yet me di dwumadie na abana. Okay, hello. Oja dem. Nampacho, why in here now? Didn't they send him a worker say free and unpaid area?
But I'm being the Mr. Edward in the city of Wolverhampton.
Mr. Edward from Wolverhampton.
But
Now, Wolverhampton for where dear.
You're fine.
Okay, a chair or me now.
Now, also, most more here.
Yeah, when you pa, you jiran so.
Where then can be free beside question because the two bar, Wolverhampton, Major Man, many true agents, into the any agents in that. If you say company, no, as I say, I'm a family. Like on a contract at the place. Now if I say me here agency, I go ahead and I say I can go ahead and sign the contract myself.
Okay, I mean a bit depends sometimes, the agreement between the agency and your employees. Sometimes, they may have a contract with them that stipulates, say, in an event that you'll be interested in taking on our agency worker, you have to pay a percentage or a compensation.
Okay.
If that is the case, and in some ways, a contract is a contract. But sometimes the employer will approach you on the side and explain to you that I want to take you on the basis that your agency is not aware of this. So really, a moral issue, you need to be able to maybe have a think through about this and see the best way that you want to do what you want to approach it. But mind you, Obia you greedy, Obia you selfish. Me, I don't see greedy as a bad thing. Also, if you can ask a man for you greedy, a man for a pally. Why do you have to get angry? Or no, when you greedy and can take him, and form. Jesus, a boss, someone far from to say me. I don't be take him because areas will be greedy. And therefore, no, when you are making decision, you have to make decision in your best interest. Mobin can't you say we are greedy. Now, you are better off. And I don't want to say too much, but all that I say is this. Agency, they'll be looking out for their interest, not your interest. If there is no work, do they pay you? They don't pay you. They will simply tell you that there is no work.
Yeah.
If there is a work, when you work, they take their commission, their percentage. Do they spare you? They don't. And when you work for an agency, basically, in some cases, you are a contractor. So they can hire you and fire you at will. And therefore, sometimes when the opportunity presents itself, this is not about loyalty. This is about making decisions that will help you and your family. Put yourself first. And there is nothing wrong with that. So that is what I will say. Because at the end of the day, everyone is looking after number one, but themselves. Anyone that tells you that they put your interest first before their interest is a liar. No one will put someone's interest first before their interest. Believe me.
First. Can I cry? Oh no, enough for Chamfonia.
Yeah.
On some Camfonia, then why not be on the face room?
Hey, what's wrong? Why
I won't have a shot in the face. And the lawyer, they all kind I don't know.
And you have to do what is in your best interest because one, Ayana companies, they don't want to spend a lot of money. I am aware, and in fact, I can talk from my own experience. When I first qualified as a lawyer in 2007, after having worked within the legal field from 2001, I've been working within the law field for 18 solid years. Upon qualification, my first work through an agency. And in fact, instead of being paid about £38,000, I was being paid £28,000. The company was paying the agency about £10,000. The money that I believe was supposed to be coming to me was going through to the agency. Were they looking after my interest? I'm the one doing the work. I'm the one who have been to the law school. I'm the one with the qualification. I'm the one not sleeping, taking the risk. They were making £10,000 off my back for nothing. When the company wanted to employ me direct, there was a bit of tension. The agency will call me and they're trying to figure out how much they were going to pay me, which I was finding it a bit odd, because you are working with them and therefore they are supposed to be divulging information to you. Why are you going behind their back to be asking me these questions? You see how it is. So because of the deal that they had with the agency, every time that I asked for a pay rise, it became an issue. Because to them, if they pay me more than how much they were paying me, which was the £28,000 as a newly qualified solicitor, they thought that they would lose out. Because some of the experienced people, they were paying them about £40,000. If they have to pay the agency £10,000 on top, they will end up losing out. So it became problematic. After 3 years, I decided to quit. You understand? So that is how it is. They were not looking out for me. They were looking after their pocket.
So should I quit with the agency?
Oh, Yabu bet now so Yabu besa na
let me call you later and we can talk.
Yabu bet won't I say?
Let me call you later and then we can talk a bit more, because it's very, very important, you know. So let's talk so that you do things the right way, so that no one can come for you.
Lawyer, what catch you say on you suit na dwene. Na asemo okay nyina eba obu ni nyina o se papa what I say.
No, but
you just want to be very clear. So that's fine.
Like legally, no, I'd want to know where I stand.
Yeah, don't worry. What I will do is that I will get a copy of the agency agreement that you have. We will go through together, and then we will basically make sure that we pass it through so that you have your freedom. I can understand where you're coming from, because sometimes some of the agency agreement, they will put it in that when they send you on an assignment and you complete the assignment or you quit the assignment,
you don't go
you
back
cannot
there.
work for that company for maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever.
So
we need to be a bit careful. So I do understand where you're coming from. We get the agency agreement, and then we will do whatever we do within the agreement so that you don't breach the agreement, so that they cannot come after you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Overhampton.
And I'm not sure now all can be about so banner so permanent residency. Do you have to have the permanent residency and Obana so under 21?
Settlement scheme na semono. Se uye Europe ni na se wuti kromo ha. Na se wunye bia. It is incumbent upon you to do it. Don't wait. Oba ye Europe ni anase oye non EEC national. And also, so it is incumbent upon them to also apply for settlement scheme. What I am saying is this: if you have a child, ebia ukita permanent scheme, ukita settlement, ukita permanent residency visa, odo ba free Ghana by ebe 1 year, 2 years ni. One kasano ukita settlement permanent scheme, and therefore you qualify for settlement scheme visa. Fine. If that is the case, and you have your child who does not qualify for permanent residency, the man can say, "Odi ukesi bremia, mi minim kwaya mefaso." Ama obano inse benya pre-settlement scheme no, obetimi enya settlement scheme the same as you.
Na make us obano so ye under 21 and after even over 21.
Say oye oba na say oye dependent on you. Dependency membership of your household, the child, whether it's over 21 or not, in law will still be treated like a child.
All right. No, madam will be indefinite. Now I'm so you
Was you there for a lawyer later? What?
Also, I'm right. Any big deal.
For a lawyer later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. After Yanko, next caller 8546. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Mommy, but when I can say free Dawson.
Yeah, mommy. You know what I say.
We member lawyer Basopa. Obi wo ho a wote nchen a obeka se mami woni dwumadi. And the lawyer ba. Here they possible.
Wo dwumadi pa. Adwuma na bi na wo ye no. Wo je dwumadi pa.
Nipa kasa pa.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, me ntedi nipa ka.
Adisia enye panyimu. Adisia eye nkwala. Also, esua mpanyinfo osua nyansa firi nkwala ho. Na sometimes no lawyer betra ho na okasa betie di na metie no. Ensem bi wo ha wo ka me difa me kotodwedum. Entimi ntie di obi beka. Na papa ya wosi wa wo kasa yi. Entimi musa mo ho se holiday time, papa nko holiday. Papa ni ma. Enso watu ni ho asipo. Shenne lawyer be na gina radio so wa London ha akasa stairs or ye wronga mun fadon ko ombudsman mun report on law society what be da mun mekane yenti na mun yan semu aya na mo keka wo radio so basa no yensua de na nipa no ye wo fie nyansa ene ye wo school nyansa no no manye fie nyansa anyo no nko a the dark family na nya ana henka me chia bia na nse wo be kan ye no abe papa nana ayi da nana ayi nana henkan na sometimes nkwala kasa empenfo mpesi betie because omo ye panyimu be kan asem asi asem so di nana ahenkan wasema be kan na shimpa abeba ameja etutu enkranyi fo tutu fire fo tutu fire ye ye shani ye wo wiase because ye feel see ye panyin na wo ye panyimu na se wo dia kwala asem a wan ya wo bebre wo wiase ye tie na semti na ablofo na yi kraman bi wo ha ye kochi wo mo se pass ye na nani afrafra na wo de kraman ye dey en na e kire na kwan enti lawyer me bo wo ba so papa nyame hirawo ene adwuma pa hwensem a wo ka ensem wo ka te obi pa baby opebiala wo nim sa ade a wo ye na ye papa enti no wo hiro baby a nipa no ade wo bekọ
Debbie
ade bia na ye papa
Debbie no fears
kensem a waka me dia tumiti matra radio ho a dia tumiti mo sa buya bebusam ye nwene se ye firi kwa bi so ni abaha ni ye fisi ye ni atiafe asen abrofo na sa na ye tuntumfo se biyo sa na ye dwene sa abrofo na ni atipa they look ahead said ye fine lawyer look ahead lawyer me bo wa ba so papa wa lawyer so fakwa dwudwum asem America no na henkan prophet no wa ku fa mo ho amonko mo ntokwa ti popon ye meka chema me damasi bebe wate
no CP Yanko 7949 hello good afternoon to you.
I like to name you Overhampton.
Mr. Overhampton, I salute you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bibia Boko.
Nyamiadum. Education and what the mind from health talk to
legal matters to spiritual matters.
Now, I'm a question about what I want to say. If me young could be na what na iri easy for ibi. Name say wari no. Wa ha na ntumi anyina kosi se bi obodi ye ne be kwa akotum. Na no obusa se kwa da ho se watwa in 3 years no. Obetimi any ba na ejai because as ejai ya na nam kwa so ba no. Na watimi agina sa law no so timi dey apply for. Na se tena na se wa extension na me fi ade. We busa na se kwa da mu ayaba bi hu.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the NMSC corner it's better say you play safe. Sesiana, there's so much uncertainty going on. Entina one share okuja warrior na amamege na akwako backfire, if you like. Entimeka say anka wunyan to boasi yema October nemra na yen share what our prime minister is going to do. because you see so kasi we jawari mpo it takes time kakra so ho because we jawari it takes time kakra enti emfa say what start jawari and as we jawari na ye free yes European law no we will not recognize it again. You can only retain your right as a family member of an EEC national on the basis you say there is European law in operation. But what you say, now, things are not very, very clear as to what is going to happen. And to say, now how it's going to go. After you and you be who you beat me idea afaso. And to never show you why.
Yo, Matipa, Mefashion.
And RCP.
Yeah, Medasipa. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Mawana wakamodono erade mawansano Mawana wakamodo.
Yes, so person fra number na 0203 002 8482.
This way, umuna mitemi ramasha, ajibwa jimyo.
If you are on call from the United States of America, it's +131 223 89510. Yes, so person fra number na ididi jumane no.
So unyami bebo mi mubai afiri. Otamfulu shadiamo. Otumi susana bema hiasi. Dabiara wakamudu. Euradi. Saumia.
Yes, said the isika ye no yes procedure no a change in relation to settlement applications from outside the UK. Said ya na yinimono before 1st of August or your application and a sponsor any document no was send it from her echo Sheffield and ana odeko. Na a change as I say no on fan called Sheffield BM the emum what you do ne say Home Office a developer scheme be and say Omo ape agency phobia eso de sponsor no a document ebe kohonomo. Or the kohonomo then they will scan the documents and do what? Bring the original back to you. But the problem ebe who say omo koye mistake omo air scanner it could lead to so many headaches, so many problems. And I think say it's advisable to download the application so that you can scan your own stuff. So that you can limit mistakes. We've got Doris Opoku on the phone. Hello, Doris.
Hello, lawyer.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I was here for your mobile when your time. I say na that share. Me tia ma me boat ma be brave. Baby biara o nyame on kanu no na on be na. Our the support ready and Koswa and Konanim boss lady by Copet the chair will be Mr. Pharmacy, your chair will be our studio. And lawyer, I really pay your bedawasi, near Becan say, Onyami will show. May the baby Massama make can say. Say any Ghana ni ya dear, young fa akumapa akukodro or do. Ahobrasiye na yemfa en support no but ya na yehu bebre ni say yenu Ghana ni ya de a yefi senye because of sabe we tuntum intini patuntum bia no sabe moni mo adwempa eni nitirim ete obebu ni panko a but enya saa na asem ne tie yes, sir, you change your mentality, your thoughts, your decision, your kasa. I see it to me changing from now on all the time. No, your kasa say yes, say you change it from your attitude and near my ya editia ya kasa you emwa sa na de sa oh ya dear wagana obia mwa but a bus yen dimpen for them, yen tiny and sa and my bonnet so dear, ye who near truck caption in ye pa. Na Ghana for no, and yet Ghana lawyer sinina and Eddie Bonnet. Lawyer Daku, I will say, for Juma bra. But first of all, no, all call Lawyer Daku. One, you respect yourself and you respect him. And you respect a secretary around Lawyer Daku. You can't take your ego or your pride to go there to speak anyhow, to just bring your ideas anyhow. You know, go to law school. It doesn't mean kase call law school so wunnim nyansa ewo wo wa ya wo be ye ho da bi adwentre wo ho nyansa eni ba akufo tirim nyansa eni lawyer da konkon tirim nti wo ko na wo di obuo ahobrase kasa ojuo humility at the ko hono a ono so di humility ebehia. It doesn't matter so ye lawyer or be ye wadwuma mu otuanika so wo tuanika ono so won a pride ono so ewo ne respect and the family and friends and the wife and the children give it to him. You need to apply that all this to Lawyer Daku. Now ono so the ojo ni obuo ayeden ehia one okola ya Daku wa bompaye fagidie. Lay your hands on it. Call the God present on it. Because Onyamian some say, Samu would GD to say Senepia ba, Moba can't me posse into two, Oba can't home office to say, this is since I am mepono, and to 2 free papers and so. Now one casa wokwe, when you huni, one yasa for Radini, better what the Lawyer Daku, and this is since a D. Wo call ya Daku ho wumuno him, but outside you show to the people and Lawyer Daku said you believe what the job you're going to do it. Sister, stop pretending. Brother, stop pretending and be reality. Ayesa wode nyamisuro atitidie now de lawyer meji wadumadi meji awradidi meji mihudi ne home office case worker be any I will be refusing refusing a background and no end of your ear and no end of say do be coffee but still na kutajidi nimu and ni lawyer Daku ni jidi and then home and kwaya back ne jai man is a lawyer. I know what you can do. I know what you can face the home office and the God intervened and your application became successful. Mama yan support your home as a Ghana for na sadi na tete me. Mama yan support your Ghana near what in your university. Me see am in university nibi. Me law firm nibi. But me gidi Tyler ya da kwati so ye majume be ye. Into what are you talking about? And your lawyer da kunkwane lawyer wo ye juma ma ye refuse. The same have applied to any lawyer on the UK. Obi ani ho ya angel. Sana lawyer da kunya angel. Mistake e kanipa ho. Nyame boy ye no or the mistake ni awafie e kan ye ho kanipa nti e be kunkum ye ho. Enti se lawyer da kunya mistake and na home office ye mistake a. Onye utamfo. Just go there to sit down to seek second opinion. Na second opinion be ye adwuma. Now factor utiri mu say Lawyer Daku ye legal lawyer. Wo ye direction lawyer for purpose wo be ye no but onye home office worker. Enyu na na man krata but wo ye adwuma na ma say ekoto home office anima ne ho bepo u case worker ne ho bepo say obehu say yes lawyer ye adwuma ntinya fa krata ne ma wo so ye fampai boka ho wo so ye fa gidie ka ho e ya kan sempa fa wo lawyer ho na onyame won peda wo no nsrawo e ya kan sempa fa wo nia Ghana ni ho na onyame wonya wo busade mfama wo na jai discrimination no na jai your friend is saying mo brofo akasiye west no kwaya mtiminka neja intimidation neja rejection no na mo lawyer ye nipa te say ya obetimi aye mistake jitum sa said ye wo betimi aye mistake no impo wo ye mistake you don't have right to insult going to sit any radio going to behind the back insulting the man or you obi kunu or you obi wafa or you obi nana or you obi papa or you obi brother Ghana for you need to get it to your head na munja atem didie no munja insult no and some enim na moka because unim the jealousy ama Ghana for binom edidi atem eye nyema basara won si obi asia masa won tenase so won buy obi ideas and won try to confess account no minimum kunu ukuna obedem e pese Ghana for ye nyina from now no yesu ade na ye hunu say it's at that time one I say you support to Ghana for wa brotire any obi o Ghana eye adwumapa na ne wonya adwumapa no ye condemn no from that ye kase obi nya adwumapa nye obi a waye mistake o dabi eye two syllables eye two words the mistake and the bad person is two syllables eye two spellings into Mr. Ghana for amutie Fire Life Radio awoni amako justice and law afi bomodi asa obetimi ayebi na home office boss aya change ya prime minister so when ya waba you don't know what's on the corner I'm telling you jai bibi awo ye ne pemo jadro to mo ma me koto tumi na wo wi agira tumi ne so na faje o ma me what I can say to Ghanaians ya brewa brotire mama yam petumi no na tumi na ne de hene ani mojaduro na meka no ana mesrem mo a mo bekasa ana awale fake bi anim just ye direct kwan ma home office for no wo se me wale awale kan awale bi ani wa fake wo period aware bi fake ni and one say ya wale na ye besrem mo so aye ne mo wale no enkoduru baabi na nkoye ohukoto bi sa abrobe na sika nye sika nyina na yedi enye se wonu obi ya ade na afa akire no wakoda no hukoto bi sa abrobe o pese nipa na ho kire no wo yesa nyame wo nhyira wo nti ya frewo program se so a unkan udian kan krata an kan pepe kamojadro na kasa me wale kan me so me wale afi nembiri wo mani so ofe ayi home office wo na home office wo na home workers wo na o mo tetete wo no sabi o mo ba juma na pa o mo ni good mood o the bad mood nko ha na discrimination aba home office wo me nya lawyers but I google it me kunu reading ti me mani google na ma waka kire me nti I understand the lawyer firm and home office the way no say omo ya discrimination and the racism every home office is munimu a bompaye wo papers a wo be ye ho mojadru a wo be ye bompaye wo ho fakwa awurade anim nyagidie lawyer bi te say lawyer da ko obin da ko kota law firm no me say I'm telling you say wo ko ho na anye yam the Bible beto form I know what I'm saying nti onyame won sɛ obi ano ombie Ghana for nyina adwenem obi opɛ sɛ ɔyɛ nkrata ne bibia onyame won ka no onyame ni nachi sɛ fa kwan papa so kɔlɔya da ko ho ne gya sɛ wo kɔpɛ opinion dia kɔlɔya foforo ho no lawyer bia ne sɛ de osi yɛ na dwuma lawyer da ko yɛ na dwuma different ɔde no quality enye yi ɔbɛka kyɛ nti wo kɔ no ɔsi enye yi a fa kɔlɔya bi me ka kyerɛ enye yi so si ebeye ye di atena ho a na fa gidie ka ho ne ja atem gidie no na secret wom ne say nipa sasa wo ho wo start say wo ye mojaduru a stop talking, stop explaining to your friends and everybody, keep quiet and play it on the God. Now more now wo explaining no more no na nipa kro no so wo tuo no wakọ senkrata no eno na meka cho ye was spiritual wo ho bibi ni wiase anke da ya ntu ya punu bibi ni wiase anke na nam ka che ye se wo wale ye tufu se abra wo be ware na wo be wo mfa wo ware sam na o masam nkwa abontene that means bibi wo abonten ho that means so bi wo ho inti se nipa wo ne ka wo nkrata asam yie se nipa abra wa start se wo ye nkrata asam no se di nkomodie mu ne zip it I said zip it and just talk through God. Discuss with your lawyer. It's for me. I choose lawyer Dako for you. You can take it or leave it. That's it. Miriam case.
Yeah, that was CP. Wakasa. Da ibisusu bebre na eye afutuo. Nema bi ho ma oh yeah na chese se wutimi eka wano tum kakra. Enye bibia na ediko gina abonten edi nkomo. Sede e ma be kan no. Se bibi eni abonten honma yenka se oda tuwo punu enti no yema me yeda wasipi ene yedi dwumedie no eba na wieye Christ the Livingstone asafo eso di nyankopon asem no yedi ebre enti no okay, we got 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes. We thank you very much for that powerful message and that powerful advice. Said the city and Enyaka bia na wo ka ubitimi aka ne trasa edu ba bia eso ka na sebio nyasasem said ye ya emfa wo nkoto asem e ma meka oso de osiboje duro moje duro so de yenim se woni moja uwa na abewu kwa na abeko enti kruma so woni enkrata na chese kwa na abeko enti na so yusu moja duro a ene friend say edinsi anaimu na chese esi na nemu na oso de akwa adwindwene mu na wa ye de wetimi calculate na wate ase very very important enti adana say for the vibes on so e de abraye ne o ma ati say bibi ye fi bibi mistake and ye fi bibi incompetency mistake de obia e de etimi eye na mistake no ebi okra na bu say home office for na ayesa mistake no eba ne saa na ehun behia ese onye o lawyer no de ebetenase na ma find out where the mistake came from na afi wo hu baby a ewo se odefa na aya na emre pi no obu a you refuse an application no asha se panic afi na it's a question of who should I blame instead of looking at the reasons for the refusal no now aya na emre pi no aya na emwa nemu uti ade na sidinti a refuse na say lawyer ne fault but always blame the lawyer but if it is not the lawyer's fault ehun here ese enye lawyer ne fault na ya mfa ma wonti no o se a lawyer ne fault it me for be interview ne obisan say ofie mpo kala yesen na wakototo papa so it me for be interview na obisan say o yire ema yesen na wakototo papa so eba ne sana you cannot blame anyone but yourself but the reality is say so blame yourself what is he going to achieve? I think the key is to ask yourself say what is it that I need to do in order to correct the mistakes? That is the key. So the side you show team now ukita positive vibes there ebeboa ama wako wenim entini ye di dwumadie no ba na wie na ye di ba na wie so na kyese ye kɔ agona fo ho na ye kwakɔ tena ye kwakɔ fa omo enton na ye bo ati
somebody just say
nanwe akuna kwa mo sika ya akuna kwa mo na mo sika to prada mona nane bode sa mo nyine wana ne sasabon sam ko je ne tre akuna mo akra mo ali yako akoti wura saka tie burafo akuna nanane yakama dan pepa kuma se tafo bo adu kwazo kuma se tafo awoye kuma se benkumine kuma se benkumine ne tafo nana je frempo nanane mo bo adu kwazo nanane akuna fo mo na mo tisika mo no mona nane wadafo bo aponte enkaria tumbema mona nane da sebre ne abiase atrembo so me nanane akuna fo atrembo so ne wawari ade kum nanane mo akuna nanane smesa blefi kwato mesa se kwa me nanane akuna fo ablefi kwato da dia nana blefi sikanju ablefi kwato awoni sika dia peso abrɛfi kɔtɔ a wɔde sika mu no wɔkɔtɔ pumpuni ebo odo mpem ansa ne adwo nam na abrɛfi kɔtɔ wayɛ bi wɔmmiri kisi a wɔwɔ so adɔtɔ akɔ seborɔfo na nane agonafoɔ a mowɔ biribi die mo nanane daasebere ne Jacobu na nane agonafoɔ amansie Jacobu na nane mo na nane agonafoɔ a modi sika mu no mo na modi sika to mprada sika ade ate so mo mpe o atem da atefa atem da prempo manso agonafoɔ a mowɔ biribi die akɔ seborɔfo na nane mo Waponse nananwe nanan makunafuo mo president rajokwe siaw
Yankopon asem Barbara Bremo within the next few minutes so for Babelandi enti yenkoso ni emfa yefidie no enyadi
because that game they love
and to heya enti no yenkwe